Love Ki Ghanti 1. You can't decide when it rings. Written by Mr. Deepak Satya. Chapter 24. The Mismanagement. Do you know that in Bharat, films and songs are the medium that is most accessible to children? If not, then understand now, because we will talk about this later. Now let us find out, why does the air of the university or college spoil the kids? Teachers of Bharat have worked hard to create a system in which children see education as a problem. Yes, you heard it right. In independent Bharat, there are lakhs of teachers who have made education so cumbersome, boring, and useless that children find education a problem. Now you don't need to be a rocket scientist to understand that everyone wants to come out of their problems. Bharatiya children also do the same. That's why they don't feel like studying. Unlike modern teachers, the teachers of ancient Bharat, after years of research, had made education so simple, fun, and successful that even those who did not feel like studying used to study. This was the reason why every ancient Bharatiya was educated. Not only were they educated, they had such a fascination with education that everyone kept pursuing education throughout their life. We find evidence of this in the form of Tamil and Sanskrit languages. Wherever you are sitting and reading this novel, please try a small experiment with the people around you. Try talking to people around you in pure Hindi. You should also include people who have graduated and masters in this experiment. That means talking to them also in pure Hindi. When you do this, you will see a common expression on all of their faces. Hey, what language are you speaking in? Talk in simple Hindi. You will see this same feeling on everyone's faces. You will get to see this thing in many films and TV series also. What did you see from this? You have seen that even Hindi-speaking people hesitate to speak in pure Hindi. Why so? The reason for this is that they do not know pure Hindi. Now the question arises, why do they not know pure Hindi? The answer will be that they do not get to speak, listen, and read pure Hindi. That means they do not get a pure Hindi environment. Now just think whether pure Hindi is easier or Sanskrit. In a second the answer will come to your mind, that pure Hindi is easier than Sanskrit. If what you say is correct, then why it is that most of the old literature of our country is written in Sanskrit? When you start thinking about this, you will get a simple answer that in those times people used to speak, listen, and write only Sanskrit. This simply means that in those times everyone knew how to read, write, and speak Sanskrit. How was this possible? Yes, because of the teachers of that time. Whereas because of today's teachers, we Bharatiyas are afraid of pure Hindi. Do you know that the Tamil language is at least 1,000 years older than the Sanskrit language? If you go to South Bharat, you will still find age-old literature written in the old Tamil language. That is, from here also get solid evidence that the teachers of olden times were so good that they had taught their people to speak, write, and read Tamil. Whereas because of today's teachers, we Bharatiyas are afraid of even pure Hindi. Now you have to ask yourself a small question. When the old teachers, despite the lack of facilities, made education so simple, fun, and successful that all the people of that time were able to speak, write, and read difficult languages like Sanskrit and Tamil, then why today's teachers are failed to give us the environment of much easier language like pure Hindi? Despite this fact, all the scientists have given evidence that the brain of today's children is much more developed than that of old people. Now think, what is the irony? When the minds of Bharatiyas were less developed and resources were negligible, we still knew Sanskrit and Tamil. Today the minds of Bharatiyas are more developed and resources are countless, yet we do not know how to speak, read, and write even pure Hindi. What kind of development is going on? This is a mismanagement, prepared thoughtfully by intelligent people. By making the successful model of mismanagement more mature, the modern teachers of modern Bharat have not only made education cumbersome, boring, and useless, but have also added negative feelings like competition to the sacred activity of education. Smart people who glorify negative emotions like competition often forget that there is no joy in competition. There is only victory and defeat in it. Winning and losing is directly related to performance. Performance is an activity that has many important factors behind it. It is obvious that not all children are supported by all the factors. Due to this, their performance is not good. It doesn't happen once, it never happens. In such a situation, they always face defeat. Now even a person with average intelligence can tell that if children always lose in a competition, then they will stop taking part in that competition. Even if they do take part due to pressure from home and society, they will do so only reluctantly. That means they will experience mental distress all the time. As a result, most children do not feel like studying. You might be finding what I am saying strange. In such a situation, I have to ask you a simple question. Do you know any child who stands first in class? If yes, then think carefully and tell me, what qualities do you see in those children? Even after thinking a lot, you will answer that those children remember everything, due to which they answer all the questions in oral or written exams. This means that the most important thing in the context of studies is the ability to remember. This also means that in your eyes, memorization is the measure of success. It also means that the entire society in which you live believes that only those children who are adept at memorizing are called intelligent. Okay, answer one more question. Do you know someone who is called a wise man or a great wise man? If yes, then tell me, what specialty do you see in him? After careful investigation, you will find that their specialty is the ability to remember. This clearly means that whether a child or an old man, whoever has the maximum ability to remember becomes intelligent and knowledgeable in the eyes of society. Modern teachers also have the same thinking. This is the reason why they have taken the joy out of studies. Their focus is only on making the children remember. Modern teachers probably do not know this, but the teachers of ancient Bharat knew that the ability to remember is a natural quality. Mother Nature gives more ability to remember in some children and less in others. Mother Nature inculcates other qualities in those children who lack the ability to remember. By doing this, Mother Nature ensures that society does not have children with one type of qualities, but rather children with different types of qualities. However, since modern teachers do not know about this well-planned arrangement of Mother Nature, they teach all the children by rote learning as per their understanding. Now it will be easy for you to understand how difficult it would be for those children who do not have the ability to memorize. No one solves this problem of children because the world, blinded by competition, keeps motivating and forcing children to memorize things through various means. In such a situation, children become machines that breathe but are not living. Films and songs bring respite to the lives of children who have become living machines. Do you remember that in Bharat, films and songs are the medium most accessible to children? Now that children have access to films and songs, they get relief from their burdensome and boring lives through them, because it takes them away from their reality and also shows them many dreams. They start dreaming of freedom through films and songs. From many films and songs, they also get the idea that as long as there is school life, there are restrictions from home and society, and as shortly as college life starts, they will get freedom. Then we will do whatever our mind says. This condition of children is similar to that of those alcoholic and non-vegetarian people who stay away from alcohol and meat during Navratri. Just as alcoholics and non-vegetarian people feel imprisoned and helpless during Navratri, children too feel imprisoned and helpless during school days. Just as alcoholics and non-vegetarians are eagerly waiting for Navratri to end, similarly, children are also eagerly waiting for school days to end. Then the same happiness and freedom that alcoholics and non-vegetarians feel after Navratri, children also feel the same happiness and freedom when their school days are over. Just as alcoholics and non-vegetarians indulge in alcohol and meat after the end of Navratri, in the same way when school days are over, children do whatever they are prevented from doing. Now, if you understand the mismanagement properly, you will come to know that Bharatiya children grow up living a monotonous life, and from time to time songs and films keep giving them relief. In such a situation, children keep waiting for the time when they will get freedom, when they will grow so big that no one will be able to stop them even if they want to. Now think and tell me, when does this time come in his life? Yes, it is only in college life that Bharatiya children get that time when they get freedom.